Hi, it's Thursday evening, August 7th, 2014, and this is the Knit and Purl Podcast, episode 14, the title, Stash Increase. Yes, I did. My name is Doris. You can find the show notes at knitandpurl-doris.blogspot.com. I am, like I said, my name is Doris, and I am One Fine Cow on Ravelry and Twitter. I am One Fine Design on Facebook and Etsy, and I am Doris M. Smith on Instagram. This podcast has a Ravelry group called the Knit and Purl Podcast Group. Purl is spelled P-E-A-R-L. And we have 22 members with 2 new members this week. We have Crafty Josie, who is Josie from Chardon, Ohio. And we have Lori, H-O-H-L-F, however that's pronounced, who is Lori from the United States. Thank you, ladies, for joining the group. On YouTube, we have now 58 subscribers. And I just want to say thank you guys so much for joining the group and for subscribing to the YouTube channel. I really appreciate it, and it's very fun and exciting to just celebrate, the small steps that we're taking. Thank you again if you are a returning visitor. I want to say that. And if you are new to this podcast, come on in. Bring a cup of coffee or whatever you want to drink, and you're knitting and crocheting or whatever you're doing. Sit down and just relax, and you can listen to me drone on while you knit and crochet and, relax. So, I think we are moving now to, we just finished the month of July, and we have a July finished objects thread, which we had a contest for the finished objects, and there were 25 entries. So, without further ado, we shall draw by random number generator, and I'm not really prepared. Let me bring up Ravelry so I can tell who won when I get there. So I do have the random number generator. Numbers. Can you see that? 2 through 26 are, then there were 26 posts, with mine being the first with the rules. Sorry about this. So 1 through 26. We have the random number generate. I'm going to push generate. Did it work? Generate. Okay, I guess I have to turn it. Generate, and the number is 26. And that would be on number 2, page 2. And the winner is 26 is, I have to spell it, is Y-V-H-I-H-A, who is Yvonne from Sweden. Yvonne, when you hear about this, message me on Ravelry with your address and where I should ship and what I should ship to you. You have a choice from anything in my Etsy store from $20 or below. That's the price. So congratulations, Yvonne. Yay, from Sweden. Message me on Ravelry and give me all your particulars and what you want. And that will be on the way to you. Okay. So now, for the month of August, we have a KAL, a knit-along, which will be any hat in the Ravelry patterns. Any hat you can knit. The rules are you must be a member of the group to qualify for prizes. The hat needs to be started on or after August 1st and finished by August 31st. 2 entries per person. Again, no chatter on the contest thread. It kind of makes it difficult to do a random number generator if there's chatter mixed in. And there will be a chatter thread, and if there's enough chatter, there might be a gift for that. I want you to have fun and to make those hats. Prizes, I will announce later what the prizes will be for this in the next couple of podcasts or whatever. Haven't really decided yet. My plan for this KAL is to knit the garter ear flap hat by Pearl Soho. Look at that, that's a cute hat. Anyway, whew, I think that's all of the administrative stuff. Let me turn this off so we won't have any more interruptions. Okay. 7 minutes in. I hope that wasn't too rattly and whatever, but that's all the administration. So this week, the story and stash enhancement. I didn't film last week because I was just really busy preparing for our trip to Minnesota. We had Ted's family, Ted's sister's daughter got married, so we traveled to Mendota, Minnesota. The travel was fun. We left at Ted and I got up at 3 o'clock Friday morning. And there was 3 cars of people going. Mostly, there were 6 adults and 5 kids. 5 kids. And we, Ted is this really major radio geek. He likes ham radios. He's been doing ham radios since he was very young, and CBs and stuff. So we had walkie-talkies in all of the cars to communicate with each other as we traveled to Minnesota. It was about an 8-hour drive. And I'm used to driving with just Ted and me, and it's like kind of rough and kind of like gets tiring after a while. But I really had a good time traveling this time and having the kids. One of the kids' mantra was, "We're almost to Minnesota." He would get on the radio, "We're almost to Minnesota," and we would be in the middle of Iowa. And I would have to laugh and think to myself, this boy does not know that we are not even anywhere near Minnesota yet. So we had that banter going, and it was just fun to have company on the long drive. But when we did cross over the Minnesota line, I said, "Ted, give me that radio." And he gave me the radio, and I said, "Spencer, where are we, Spencer?" And he comes back on and says, "We're in Minnesota. Everybody, we're in Minnesota." And I think he said it about 20 or 30 times. But it was fun. So, the weather was nice, and the scenery is just so green and lush. in the upper states is just so pretty. And, the land of lakes in Minnesota, we saw, well, where we traveled, we saw like Albert Lea, that lake. The wedding was beautiful. The bride was beautiful. The mother of the bride was beautiful. It was just really nice. They had a nice dinner and a nice dance afterward. And there was, at the wedding, the bride was so lucky because when we were sitting waiting for the procession to start, there was this huge rain cloud above our heads. And I was like, oh no, we don't want the bride to have rain on the wedding day. But it blew over, thank goodness. And it was like unseasonably humid and hot in Minnesota that day. And when we got done with the ceremony, which was beautiful, and the groom's father proceeded over and did the ceremony. Very nice. The son of the bride walked her down the aisle. It was so precious. He's 5 or 6, I think. And then we proceeded over to a very, very air-conditioned, lovely tent for the reception. Very nice. Anyway, in the process of being in Minnesota, traveling, I found the local yarn store, and I made a purchase. It's so funny. Minnesota. Here's the bag. It's like animal spots, cow spots is what I thought of. Of course, I thought cow spots. One by cow. So I have in my library on Ravelry a recent pattern that I purchased for. It's the I have to look on my show notes. The Frisia shawl I'm going to knit. So I purchased yarn for that particular shawl pattern. I can't wait to start it, but I have to finish these other things first. But here is the yarn. I thought it would be so pretty to wear with the shawl, to wear with a pair of jeans, white shirt, because the colors, it's kind of denim-y. The name of the color is Sky. But to me, it looks kind of tweedy, the way the color is. It is Perfection Yarn by Kramer Yarns. Perfection by Kramer Yarns. Lighting is not good today for some reason. It is 30% domestic merino and 70% acrylic DK weight. So I got 3 of those for the I may not even be saying it right. It's Frisia Shaw on Ravelry. I didn't put the name of the shaw, but anyway, I purchased that plus some wool wash, some soak wool wash. It's called Celebration is the scent. The name of the shop is Mary Lou's Yarn N-U-W-E-W-E, Mary Lou's. And that's in Minnesota, just down the street from our hotel. So, put that back over there. So, also I made a trip to Walmart this week, and I might have got a few more items. So I got 2 of these because I love the color. Bright. I figured it would be a very nice hat and scarf. I don't like this light. I don't know. It's not very good, but it's not showing the color. The color is called Bright Mix. It's got pinks and blues and greens. Pinks, blues, greens, purples. I liked it. It's just red art acrylic, you know, whatever. But I thought it would be a nice hat and scarf. Or whatever I want to make with it. You know, whatever. Also, oh my goodness, I found this. This is like new to me. Gorgeous stuff. It's a single ply, and it's a Red Heart boutique. It's called Unforgettable, and it's a single, and it's like these beautiful purples. Can you see the colors? The name of the color is Petunia. So it's just all different shades of pink and purple and very goodness. I bought 3 of these too for some such Shaw pattern. I'm just in the Shaw spirit right now. You see the different shades of the purple and pink in there. It's just, it's Red Heart. It's acrylic. It's Red Heart Boutique. Unforgettable. Singles. I had to get them. I got 3. So that I can make another Shaw. I'm just like in the Shaw mood right now. And the hat. And I need to get into hat mood. So that's my story. And that's my stash enhancement. So we're going to move along to finished objects. I have finished objects this time. We're going to start with, I was working on my felting project. I finished the pouch. And I probably will get snaps, but I kind of like the rustic feel of it. It was made with rustic yarn, and I thought, you know, this closing with the piece of extra felted yarn, I thought that was just like a rustic idea too, to have the closure like that. I don't know if you can see it. This light is not the best. But this is another unique part about this thing. My first felting project with my first wheel spun yarn. And I'm going to open it back up again so you can see I lined it with some material that I had. I thought it matched well. And I also tried to do a little designer stitch so it doesn't look as bad. Little cross stitches. But, you know, it's just a rustic little pouch. I love it. It's a keepsake for me. It's my first hand spun felted project. I can keep it forever. And my phone is ringing, and I'm going to try to ignore it. They know I'm filming. So. There you go. That's my pouch. Then I finished my washcloth. And I didn't use it. I wanted to really bad, but I didn't. It is the Wash Your Face washcloth by Michelle. Looking. Michelle Mattingly. Free pattern on Ravelry. In the Cotton Classic 100% mercerized cotton in the color 3725 on size 2.75 needles. 80. My addies are both circular, 40-inch circular. This is done, and now I can use it since I've shown you. I love this pattern. It's very nice. So I have spinning that I finished. I showed you last week the spinning when I had the old picture fiasco thing. But this is the completed spin on that fiber. The 2 bumps of Utopia fiber from Utopia Fiber Farms. They didn't have a color name. They didn't have how many ounces. This one doesn't have the ounce, and this one says it is a 1.7 ounce. One of them was a white with different shades of green and yellow and stuff through it, and the other one was the darker green bump, and I just kind of mixed them together. I talked about it the last episode, but it turned out lovely, and I got the most I've ever gotten. I got 136 yards. I really like it. So pretty. It's like a rustic, but it turned out really nice. It's not like a neck soft or anything, but it was very nice. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed this one. I enjoyed the whole spinning process. It was easy, and I just got to experiment by like mixing the two together. I would pull off some, pre-draft it and then spin it. Then I would pull off the other bump, the other bat, and I would, pre-draft it and spin it so there's together. And then some of them I just did mostly the dark color at the end, and it just, so you can see this turned out. This is more of the light bump, and this is more of the darker bump right there. I just liked it a lot. I enjoyed the process. So, and then I was going to share this in my spinning, but I just finished this. This is the Malabrigo Noob that I purchased last week in the colorway, which I can't pronounce, but I'll show you. I just finished plying it before I taped, so it's done. I got 176 yards. Just kind of look at the color. There's still thick and thin spots, but mostly thin spots. It's kind of pretty. This was not one of my favorite spins at all. I lost a lot of fiber. It kept breaking, and even in the plying, I had like 5 breaks during the plying. Now, it could be spinner mistakes, but if you remember when I showed this fiber, when I purchased it, there was like damage to the fiber. So I lost some of the material then because the fiber was just all gummed up and it wouldn't stretch out or anything. And then I kept breaking during the spinning process, and then we had more breaks during the plying. So, like I said, I don't know if it was spinner error or just the fiber preparation. I don't know. Not an enjoyable spin, but I think the product turned out nice, except I've got knots in it that I need to try to figure out at a later date. I just took it off the bobbin, so and got it tied up and skeined and measured. It's got to be bathed, and then I'll show you it again. we'll put this in my works in progress part. It's still got to be bathed, and we'll see how it turns out then. But it's pretty. It's just not one of my favorite spins. Like I said, could be spinner error. Could be just the fiber. I don't know. So, it's Malabrigo Noob. It's very soft and nice. I don't know why it had so much breaks. Maybe just me. Okay, moving along. That's all the finished objects. Now, works in progress. Works in progress. This is the Joanne Springs Knit Spin Farm bag. And it is the Hitchhiker, which took with me on the trip and got a lot of work done on it. I'm getting ready to be done with the 42nd tooth, but I don't think I'm going to stop at 42 because it's just not long enough for me. And I don't know if it's because I use too small, the needle's a size smaller or what. But I mean, this is my progress since the last episode, which probably really isn't a lot, but since I'm in the long stitches, I think it's a lot. But I'm probably going to go up to like 40 to maybe 50 teeth. Because like I said, it's just not long enough for me yet. It doesn't, I can wrap it, but it doesn't like lay the way I want it to lay. Because I want it to like be more longer here, and I don't know. Anyway, I'm going to keep working on it. It is, did I even say it's the Hitchhiker? I don't know. Hitchhiker, which is a bot pattern on Ravelry by Martina Bem. The yarn is Barnett Sock, 60% acrylic, 40% nylon. In the color Hippie Hot on 2.75 Haya 40-inch circular. And my oldest sock yarn, which is actually from my first sock I ever knit. So, that's that. The baby cardigan should be done by now, but I ran into an issue. You know, I told you I didn't want to like rush it because I want it to look nice. So I put on the button side button band. It's all wonky because I picked up too many stitches, I guess. So I have to rip it out. I'm going to rip it out and do it again because I'm not happy. It's all wonky, and I don't think this is not going to block out. So I'm going to rip it back, take it all the way off, and do it again. So it's been in the bag because I'm kind of upset. Still not done. I did work on it, but it's going to have to come back out. If you can see by the front, if I put it like this, you can see that it's just not right. Too many stitches picked up. It's not going to block out. So when I have time, I will sit down and rip it out and hopefully get this done. So, also, I started another washcloth. This is how much of, let me get this where it's not so wonky. This is the last bit of the green. I finished that up. And then I had some leftover pink from the other washcloth I did. And it's from the same material. The color it's a cotton classic, 100% mercerized cotton, and this colorway is 3446. And I am actually knitting them on size 3, the 3.25, and it's my Stitch Berries, 40 inch circular. So what this is just going to be, scraps. And then I have this to finish it off when I get finished with this. I'm sure it's not going to be big enough. And this is Patton's Grace. It's 100% mercerized cotton. The colorway is called Lotus, which is, I thought I had a number. Did I have a number? Let me see. No, I didn't put this on, but this is the Patton's Grace. It's 100%, and it's called Lotus. And the color is not showing, so it's just going to be pinks and greens. But it's a washcloth, and I'm going to be using it. And I like pink, so that's that. Living in the bowl. That's all of my works in progress. I told you that I am going to be starting my Frisia shawl. Frisia. Somebody correct me. I know I'm not saying it right. Soon. So now we will go to the Pinterest finds. I found fun. That's supposed to be, I wrote it in my show notes, fun do-it-yourself. Oh, that's probably it. Fun do-it-yourself craft ideas by dumpaday.com. So let me go to Pinterest. And I'll show you what caught my eye. But here it is. This is awkward. Fun, do-it-yourself craft ideas. There's 35 pictures. The first one is a 15 window. No, don't do that. It's a 15 window door that they made into a picture frame plus, like a coat rack. Picture frame coat rack. I thought that was cool. They made an outdoor living space from cinder blocks and 2x4s. This is the before and after, and isn't that just lovely? It's like a daybed couch thing. I think that is so pretty. And it's cheap. It's pretty reasonably priced. Cheap way to make a little outdoor, comfy outdoor space. Isn't that pretty? And they just painted the side wall, made a little decoration. And that looks like a fabulous place to have a cup of coffee and knit a few rows. The next one is a handy way to make a little barbecue. There's a coffee can, and then you cut it, bring it come down, cover it with aluminum foil, put your little charcoal, find a little grate, and cook some hot dogs. Simple. And this is a shanty chic, and it's just like a chalkboard mail thing, key caddy type thing. I thought that was pretty, but it doesn't really say what it looked like before. But this, well, this is what caught my eye. Just a plain and simple bedside table, end table, whatever. Before, after. Oh my goodness. Another thing I want to do. Grandkids, boys. It's like a Legos table with the basket where you put the pieces in. This piece where you put the Lego thing in. It's so cute. This is why I chose this as my Pinterest, because I want to make that. And this is I don't know what these things are called. Those plats, those flat things that you stack stuff on, they made it into like a little wall hanging. We've got shelf areas and wrote something really nice on it. This one says, "In our home, we trust God. Say I'm sorry, do second chances, think good thoughts, never give up, kiss goodnight, love one another." And there's like a couple areas where there's shelves with pictures and candles, and it's just pretty. And then the next one is a wiffle ball, silk flowers, hot glue. You glue them in, you glue the top of like a little stemware, and you make a topiary. It's so pretty. You could do that for a wedding table, and here's some wine glasses that they used spray painted and decorated. Made them gold and tells you how to do it. Here's a DIY a cooler air conditioner, and it gives you step by step how to make it. And then there's like an old refrigerator that they turned into a outside cooler area. And these are just wine corks. And the purpose of this is that it says that if you soak the corks in hot water for about 10 minutes before you cut them for craft ideas, they won't crumble as much. And there's just an M that you do photo transfers on. Cute idea. Paint it. Some stemless wine glasses that shows you how you can decorate them and paint them. Thought that was pretty. And that's it. It is fun, do-it-yourself craft ideas. And it is on dumpaday.com. That's Pinterest. We'll move on to Stumble, which I thought was kind of cool. The Stumble it's from BuzzFeed community. I like the BuzzFeed. It is 32 real-life cheat codes that will change your life. It says cheat codes aren't only meant for video games. Here are 32 that can change your real life and make it easier. The first one says you can push the stop, and play, and that way you skip advertisements in movies and go straight to the movie. So you get the VCR thing. Stop, play. Use cling wrap when measuring wet or sticky ingredients. It's got peanut butter with the cling wrap, and you pull it out and you don't have to have that mess to clean up. Instead of expensive anti-stick mats, it says to use caulk. In other words, instead of like the no slip, the mats that you put down and you have the backing that so it doesn't slip. So instead of spending more money to purchase those, you use some caulk. You put a couple lines of caulk on it, and it won't slip and slide. And it says, always make friends or be nice to your IT people. Yeah. If you don't know why you should be nice to the IT, here's why, and there's like a little link. Just be nice to your computer people. We all need them and we know it. Okay, number 5. Dial O during most automatic menu phone systems to be taken to operator to route your call instead of having to listen to all that mess. If you are speeding and suddenly up ahead you see the cop just clearly that he just clearly has tagged you, slow down and wave at him and her. Your odds of being pulled over are quite a bit reduced. So just wave. It has the picture of a lady waving. So it says, get the Wi-Fi password for many establishments by checking the comment section of Foursquare. Number 8, sprinkle some salt on a napkin coaster at the bar. Your beer doesn't stick to it. Secretaries, tech support, and janitors are the true power in office buildings. Make friends. Remember birthdays, and you can get anything you need or go anywhere you need. So, janitors, secretaries, tech support, make friends. Pull on your hair in the shower. If it squeaks, you already shampooed it. How many of us forget? Number 11, baby oil makes your razor last longer. 12, to move frame by frame on YouTube, pause the video and then use the J and L to go backward and forward respectively. I didn't know that. Number 13, don't announce that you're having a kid until the second trimester. Number 14, if you get brain freeze from eating something cold too quick, press your tongue against the roof of your mouth as hard as you can. Something to try. And did you notice, if you eat ice cream like a shake and stuff, you can suck on that and eat it as fast as, and you don't get a brain freeze. To me, the only time I really get a brain freeze if I'm eating a smoothie or something like with ice in it. That's when I get a brain freeze. Just saying. But if you get a brain freeze, put your tongue against the roof of your mouth as hard as you can. I don't know what happens, but. Number 15, to test a remote, put your cell phone in picture mode and face the remote towards the phone and press a button. The cell phone can see light outside of the visible spectrum, and if the remote works, you will see the light flash on your camera screen. Okay. Number 16, set your browser's homepage to a random Wikipedia page. Mysteries await. When you feel like you need something, but you can't figure out what it is, it's water. It's always water. Okay. Number 18, if you back up a toilet at work or someone's house with no plunger available, look for liquid hand soap. Dump some in the toilet and wait about 5 minutes and then flush. Now, I don't know. These are not foolproof. This is just from BuzzFeed. I don't know what will happen. Don't hold me responsible if you get a flood over that one. Okay, number 19. When shopping at the mall, keep a photo of the information board so you'll never have to go back again. Because you can do this. So I guess If you take a picture, you can go like this and go, okay, where was that shop? Maybe. Okay. No, sorry. Okay, come on. I messed up. Oh, don't tell me. What number was I on? Okay, scroll down. Brain freeze, remote. When you finish showering, use your hand as a squeegee to get the excess water off your body. It makes drying much faster, and your towel will also be drier sooner. A little picture of a dog with the towel wrapped around him. If you gently rock back and forth while pooping, it will take significantly less time and make it easier to pass more troublesome movements. Did we need to know that? Okay. And it's got a little gif of Elmo rocking back and forth. If you don't know if a baby is a boy or a girl, ask the baby's name. Ask the baby, what is your name? The parents will answer. And you won't be embarrassed by saying, oh, he's so cute, and they say, it's a girl. Okay. Avoid forgetting something in the morning by placing it in your shoes. Okay. When you're talking to someone and can't tell if they're interested in the subject, their mind is elsewhere. Or you can't tell if they're interested or their mind is elsewhere, cross your arms. If they cross theirs as well, they are truly listening. Number 25. If an image is burned into your plasma TV screen, turn on static for about a day. Most of the time, the image will fade away. So if you've got an image burned into the plasma, put the static on for a day. 26. Use ice cube trays to hold small parts when you're disassembling and assembling things. Number 27. Go to free workshops and presentations offered at your college. Most have free food. Walk on the sides of the stairs to avoid or reduce creaks. When you're sneaking, go to the side, not the middle. Okay, number 29. When receiving a call from a solicitor, simply press 9. The call will be dropped and your phone number will then be put on the company's do not call list. 95% of the companies support this feature. Number 30. Fast toilet cleaning. Pour 20 ounces of Coke or Sprite in your toilet. Let it set for 10 minutes. Flush. The acid will clean the bowl. 31. If your shoes smell from foot odor, treat your foot, not the shoes. And last but not least, baby wipes in the bathroom. Game changer. That is it. So, 32 real-life cheat codes that will change your life from BuzzFeed community. If you would like to review those again, we've come to the end of this podcast. I want to say again, thank you for coming. Thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing to the YouTube channel, and thank you for joining the Ravelry group, Knit and Purl Podcast group. Winner, Yvonne, message me. I'll get this to you. Pick your price from my Etsy shop, $20 or less. Get busy knitting those hats, and I'll see you next week. Bye.